Hey everyone, the name's Eric Thor and I'm here to talk to you today about the paradox of the jaded empath. And something that I want to start off with is a quote. It's from Sherlock Holmes, the BBC series. It's about when Watson talks to Sherlock's brother and says that Sherlock isn't capable of love. And Sherlock's brother, Mycroft Holmes, says to Watson, "This is a man with the intellect to make him president, to make him the chief of CIA or some other bureaucracy. He could pretty much become anything. But this is the man who chose to become a detective." Tell me, Watson, what does that deduce about his heart? I don't here to argue that Sherlock was an empath. There are many things that point towards the contrary. But I want to mention that a lot of empaths grow up as children, as teenagers, being and feeling like they are jaded, cold, and unable to love in the normal way. Not capable of sharing affection in the normal way, not capable of giving sympathy the normal way, not capable of being there for others the normal way. And I say the normal way because empaths have more refined, more complex ways of showing love and affection than most people. First of all, an empath might feel that pity or sympathy in itself isn't worth anything. It doesn't help other people. It doesn't do anything for other people. And an empath is somebody who is overall more capable of attaching themselves to other people, to other people's fates, lives, and misfortunes, to the pities and the wars and the conflicts throughout the world. Empaths care for people they don't even know, far away, and they care for people close to them. And as an empath growing up, it's easy to want to shut this care off. And what this means is they still feel care, they still feel love, but they don't think about it. They are, in many ways, detached empaths, jaded empaths. And they become this because, in many ways, while it's easy for an empath to understand other people, to relate to other people, it's hard for an empath to feel that thing back. They can hear the words of kindness from others, the words of care from others, and they can feel that a glimpse of a connection, but they can't feel that connection. It's harder for them to feel that connection in the sense that they feel this is a mutual thing. We are both giving to each other. We are both showing love. We are both showing care. It's hard for an empath to feel love because they often need more love and more refined and unusual forms of love. Now, as an empath, because you don't, it's easier to feel jaded. Jaded because you're disappointed in others. Jaded because you feel that you have tried to help another person but they haven't listened. Jaded because you've shown love but other people haven't seen it. Now, an empath, as I said before, isn't somebody who thinks sympathy is necessarily worth something, pity isn't worth something. So, being in this detached mode, a lot of empaths feel it's easier to care for other people. It's easier for me to show care in action by doing something for them, by doing something even if it's cold or harsh or even if it seems callous. It's easier to do it that hidden way. I've come to learn that a lot of empaths don't relate to being empaths just because of this mode. This cold mode that doesn't take away the fact that they are highly sensitive or the fact that they love, but that makes it difficult to see it. And makes it a lot more complex to spot. Because an empath's care is often in the fine print. It's often in what you do when other people aren't watching, in the compromises you do that other people aren't seeing. And of course, an empath wants and sees similar things from others. Regular words of affirmation might do nothing for an empath. Regular touch doesn't always speak to the empath as it speaks to another person. Gifts doesn't always speak to an empath like it does to other people. So regular words of kindness or other things just come on another frequency. Where the empath is here, the regular acts are over here. And so loving an empath is a difficult thing. Being close to an empath is a difficult thing. And a lot of the time empaths are able to go down to that frequency. But a lot of the time it's hard for normal sensitive people to come up to that frequency. So it often becomes kind of unbalanced in the state of the relationship itself. And finding this balance is a tricky thing, but it's a necessary thing. Empaths need, of course, to be more vulnerable, to show themselves to other people even though they might be misunderstood. And when misunderstood, to just remember you haven't found your kin yet, but they're out there. You haven't found the people that will speak to you, but they're out there. And the only way you can reach them is by continuing to speak in your own voice, on your own frequency, the frequency they can pick up. So you have to put yourself out there, and you have to bring yourself to care and to be conscious of the fact that you care, because truly to not love is worse than to love but to be disappointed. I want to end this on a positive note, and I want to say an empath is somebody who is sometimes going to feel jaded, but who is also going to feel more strong sensations of love, more amazing experiences of love. So you have to remember that as much as there is a dark side to being an empath, there is also a very, very light side. And you just have to look for it.